It's Tuesday, the 29th of May, 2018, and welcome to Navigating Your Day. So there's no safety energy lock number 29 in Jin Shin Jyutsu, but we have a number of different versions of 2, and 29 is a 2, of course. So safety energy lock number 2 means wisdom. Safety energy lock number 2, when we can connect to that energy, it gives us the wisdom to appreciate that in actuality, every person, event, or circumstance is neutral until somebody judges it through their reality filter. So what that means is that when something happens to you that you judge as being more painful than pleasurable, you'll say this was more pain than pleasure. In actuality, it actually was equal pain and pleasure. You're just not seeing it. So that may be a bit of a mind bender for some, but I do believe that that is the truth, and that is how this works, because this is a dualistic universe. You can't have one side without having the other. The problem is that our minds are blind to the side that we don't want to see. So we filter our reality based on what is important to us. And so when something supports what's important to us, we call that a good thing. And when something challenges what's important to us, we call that a bad thing. So in actuality, nothing is really good nor bad. It's actually neutral. Now, I know that when we apply that to war zones, when we apply that to children that are dying of malnutrition, when we apply that to disease, when we apply that to all the atrocities that happen in the world, it's really, really hard to get our heads around. But when you practice, start applying it to the little things in life, and when you start seeing it, the more you start seeing it and the more you become aware of it, the more your mind expands to appreciate the reality of this. The next 2 that we have is an 11. And 11 means getting rid of excess baggage. Safety energy lock number 11 is located here on the shoulder, and this is where we keep our baggage, our criticisms, our judgments, because of our inability to appreciate this neutrality that exists all around us. So we hold on to pains, we hold on to suffering, we hold on to criticisms and judgments towards people that we think have actually done us harm, when in reality the situation was neutral. So that is safety energy lock number 11, and I would be amazed to find that there was anyone listening to this clip that didn't have some tension in safety energy lock 11. The next 2 is safety energy lock 20, and safety energy lock 20 is located here on the top of the forehead, and safety energy lock number 20 means everlasting or eternity. So the more we can integrate this duality in the universe, and the more we can appreciate the reality of it, and the more we can expand our minds to encompass both sides, the less baggage we carry and the less criticism and judgment we have, and the more we are able to connect to that part of us that is limitless, everlasting, and eternal. So 2 is a water number, and it is about nurturing and about caring. It's about caring for ourselves, caring for others, caring for the world around us, but caring for our inner world also. And the more we integrate and the more we equilibrate and balance our inner world, the more we will start being able to see and appreciate equilibration and balance in our outer world. So 2 is about nurture. It's about nurturing ourselves so that we have enough resources to nurture others. And we have a second 2 from 2018. So that water element and that energy of nurturing and caring is going to be very strong today. Sandwiched in between them, we have the 5, which is an air number, and that's about analysis and thinking. So that's the one that's going to say, don't be ridiculous, don't trust your feelings. It's only what you think is real. So we might have some conflict here between the head and the heart. Today, the heart is probably going to win because there is a lot of water in the whole life map today. So you might find yourself feeling very emotional, or you might find yourself being able to connect to your emotions more easily, or you may find yourself deliberately trying to suppress your emotions for all they're worth. And when that happens, they go underground and they sabotage us in ways that we don't even recognize. We don't recognize where that's coming from. So emotions want to be felt. Remember, they don't want to be fixed. So today is a really good day for us to connect deeply to that emotional part of our nature. The euro today, I've just got to think now. Wait, my notes have fallen over and I've completely lost. Okay. So the euro today is the 9, and 9 is the most deeply intuitive number. 9 is also playful. 9 is the child. 9 is resilient. 9 trusts their gut instinct and listens deeply to their intuition. So today we have the opportunity to connect to this intuitive facility through our emotions. We also have the opportunity to play. We have the opportunity to view the world curiously. So, if all the stuff about the 2 and the duality and it's all actually neutral, and so there actually isn't a bad thing, is bending your brain, then tune into the energy of the 9. And when you do that, you sharpen your intuition, and 9 allows us to be curious, to at least appreciate that that possibility may exist. Maybe Loretta's not a complete fruitcake. Well, she probably is, but do you know what I mean, right? So that's the energy of the 9. The villain today happens to also be a 2. Now remember, I just said there were 2 2s in the root of the life map. So when we have 2 in the villain position, then we generally are cut off from our feelings. So today there's this contrast between being able to deeply connect and feel deeply and connect to our emotions in a meaningful way. And then we have the villain saying, actually, this emotion stuff, it's very right-brained, it doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't feel good. So I don't want to do it. So please be aware of that and guard against that today. Safety energy lock number 2 is located on the ring finger. So if we hold our ring finger, then we harmonize our lung and large intestine organ function energy, and that allows us to let go. It allows us to release. It allows us to release our constrained paradigms of thinking so that we can expand into possibly, or even just considering that there's a possibility that things are not as cut and dried or hard and fast as we think they are. The ring finger. The ring finger harmonizes, as I said, the lung organ function energy, which is the whole respiratory function, as well as the large intestine. And the lung eliminates oxygen, eliminates carbon dioxide and absorbs oxygen. The large intestine absorbs water and eliminates food waste. So they are organs of elimination and expulsion, one above the waist and one below the waist. So it helps us to let go of that baggage that we've been hanging onto, literally and figuratively. Far be it from me to suggest that some of us might be full of shit, but that is a possibility. So hold your ring finger today. It will harmonize emotions of deep sadness and grief, because whenever there's a letting go, there has to be a grieving process also, and sadness is a perfectly legitimate emotion that we need to experience in order for us to live fulfilled and full lives. I hope you have an amazing Tuesday, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow.